Industry guidelines do not specifically define maximum distances between transformers and panels. However, 240 feet is often considered reasonable for residential applications. If calculations show a voltage drop of less than 5% using 250 mcm wire, it is generally acceptable for most appliances and devices. The electric company's resistance to a longer distance may stem from concerns about maintaining proper voltage regulation. When a transformer is too far, the voltage can drop during peak demand, affecting appliance performance. Safety is another concern. Increased distance raises the risk of voltage fluctuations and electrical hazards due to potential insulation degradation or damage to distribution lines. Longer lines also lead to higher line losses, increasing the electric company's operating costs. The cost of installing longer lines and supporting structures is greater than placing the transformer closer to the panels. Possible solutions include negotiating a compromise with the electric company to place the transformer slightly farther but within an acceptable range, considering multiple smaller transformers closer to the homes if distance is a major issue, and exploring larger conductors or underground burial to minimize voltage drop. Consulting an electrical engineer for an independent assessment and solution recommendation is also an option. When evaluating the situation, firstly consider voltage regulation, secondly consider safety concerns, and thirdly consider line losses. Voltage regulation refers to the ability of the electrical system to maintain a stable voltage level within acceptable limits. This is crucial for ensuring the proper operation of electrical equipment and appliances. Voltage drops can occur when the voltage at the point of use is lower than the voltage supplied by the utility. Excessive voltage drops can cause appliances to malfunction, reduce their lifespan, and even pose safety hazards. The National Electrical Code, or NEC, provides guidelines for voltage drop in electrical systems. NEC Section 210.19. A1 Informational Note Number 4 recommends a maximum voltage drop of 3% for branch circuits and 5% for feeders. These recommendations are intended to ensure that electrical equipment receives adequate voltage for proper operation. To calculate voltage drop, you need to know the following information: 1. The length of the conductor, 2. The current flowing through the conductor, 3. The conductor's resistance per unit length, and 4. The voltage at the source. The voltage drop can then be calculated using Ohm's law, which states that voltage drop equals current times resistance. In addition to voltage drop, voltage fluctuations can also be a concern. Voltage fluctuations refer to rapid changes in voltage levels. These fluctuations can be caused by various factors, such as changes in load, switching operations, and faults in the electrical system. Excessive voltage fluctuations can damage electrical equipment and appliances. To mitigate voltage drop and voltage fluctuations, several measures can be taken. One option is to use larger conductors. Larger conductors have lower resistance, which reduces voltage drop. Another option is to shorten the length of the conductors. Shorter conductors have less resistance, which also reduces voltage drop. A third option is to increase the voltage at the source. Higher voltage levels can help to compensate for voltage drops. It is also important to ensure that the electrical system is properly grounded. Grounding provides a path for fault currents to flow back to the source, which helps to protect equipment and personnel from electrical shock hazards. Regular maintenance and inspections of the electrical system can also help to identify and address potential voltage regulation problems before they become serious. This can include checking connections, inspecting insulation, and testing equipment. Factors that affect voltage drop in electrical conductors include conductor material, conductor size, conductor length, current, and power factor. Conductor material affects voltage drop because different materials have different resistivities. Resistivity is a measure of a material's resistance to the flow of electric current. Materials with low resistivity, such as copper and aluminum, are better conductors of electricity and have lower voltage drops than materials with high resistivity, such as iron and steel. Conductor size affects voltage drop because larger conductors have lower resistance than smaller conductors. This is because larger conductors have a greater cross-sectional area, which allows more electrons to flow through them. The larger the conductor, the lower the resistance and the lower the voltage drop. Conductor length affects voltage drop because the longer the conductor, the greater the resistance. This is because the electrons have to travel a greater distance, which increases the chances of them colliding with atoms in the conductor. The longer the conductor, the higher the resistance and the higher the voltage drop. Current affects voltage drop because the greater the current, the greater the voltage drop. This is because the voltage drop is proportional to the current. The higher the current, the higher the voltage drop. Power factor affects voltage drop because the voltage drop is also proportional to the power factor. The power factor is a measure of how effectively electrical power is being used. The power factor of 1 indicates that all of the electrical power is being used effectively, while a power factor of less than 1 indicates that some of the electrical power is being wasted. The lower the power factor, the higher the voltage drop. Here are some additional factors that can affect voltage drop. Temperature affects voltage drop because the resistance of a conductor increases with temperature. This is because the atoms in the conductor vibrate more at higher temperatures, which makes it more difficult for electrons to flow through the conductor. Frequency affects voltage drop in alternating current (AC) circuits. This is because the inductive reactance of our conductor increases with frequency. Inductive reactance is a measure of the opposition to the flow of alternating current caused by the inductance of a conductor. Harmonics are distortions in the voltage or current waveform that can increase voltage drop. Harmonics are caused by nonlinear loads, such as electronic devices. Voltage imbalance occurs when the voltages on the 3 phases of a 3-phase system are not equal. Voltage imbalance can increase voltage drop and can also damage electrical equipment. The National Electrical Code, NEC, provides guidelines for calculating voltage drop. NEC Section 215.2. A3 Informational Note Number 2 recommends that the voltage drop on feeder conductors should not exceed 3% for power, heating, and lighting loads, or 5% for feeder conductors that serve sensitive electronic equipment. NEC Section 210.19. A1 Informational Note Number 4 recommends that the voltage drop on branch circuit conductors should not exceed 3% for power, heating, and lighting loads, or 5% for branch circuit conductors that serve sensitive electronic equipment. There are several ways to reduce voltage drop in electrical circuits. Use larger conductors. Larger conductors have lower resistance, which reduces voltage drop. Shorten the length of the conductors. Shorter conductors have less resistance, which also reduces voltage drop. Increase the voltage at the source. Higher voltage levels can help to compensate for voltage drops. Improve the power factor. Improving the power factor reduces the amount of current that is flowing through the circuit, which reduces voltage drop. Use a voltage regulator. A voltage regulator is a device that maintains a constant voltage level, regardless of changes in the load. Install a separate circuit for sensitive electronic equipment. Sensitive electronic equipment is more susceptible to voltage drops than other types of equipment. By installing a separate circuit for sensitive electronic equipment, you can minimize the voltage drop that it experiences. Regularly inspect and maintain your electrical system. Regular inspections and maintenance can help to identify and correct potential voltage drop problems before they become serious. Safety concerns in electrical distribution systems are paramount to protect people and property from electrical hazards. Several factors contribute to these safety concerns, including voltage regulation, insulation degradation, and potential damage to distribution lines. Voltage regulation plays a crucial role in safety. Maintaining a stable voltage level within acceptable limits is essential for the safe operation of electrical equipment and appliances. Voltage fluctuations can cause equipment to malfunction, overheat, or even explode, posing a significant risk of fire and injury. Insulation degradation is another major safety concern. Over time, the insulation that protects electrical conductors can deteriorate due to factors such as heat, moisture, and physical stress. When insulation degrades, it can expose live conductors, creating a risk of electrical shock or electrocution. Potential damage to distribution lines can also lead to safety hazards. Distribution lines can be damaged by various factors such as storms, accidents, and vandalism. Damaged lines can sag, break, or fall to the ground, creating a risk of electrical shock, fire, and power outages. To address these safety concerns, several measures can be taken. Regular inspections and maintenance of electrical distribution systems are essential. This includes inspecting conductors, insulation, and equipment for signs of damage or wear. Damaged or worn components should be repaired or replaced promptly. Overcurrent protection devices, such as fuses and circuit breakers, are crucial for protecting electrical circuits from overloads and short circuits. These devices should be properly sized and installed to interrupt the flow of current in the event of a fault. Grounding is another important safety measure. Grounding provides a path for fault currents to flow back to the source, which helps to protect equipment and personnel from electrical shock hazards. Grounding systems should be properly installed and maintained to ensure their effectiveness. Surge protection devices can help to protect electrical equipment from voltage surges caused by lightning strikes or other events. These devices should be installed at the service entrance and at sensitive electronic equipment. Public awareness campaigns can help to educate people about the dangers of electricity and how to stay safe around electrical equipment and distribution lines. These campaigns can cover topics such as the importance of staying away from downed power lines, the dangers of tampering with electrical equipment, and the proper use of extension cords. Compliance with electrical codes and standards is essential for ensuring the safety of electrical distribution systems. These codes and standards provide detailed requirements for the design, installation, and maintenance of electrical systems. Line losses in electrical distribution systems refer to the energy that is dissipated as heat as electricity flows through the conductors. These losses can occur in various components of the distribution system, including transmission lines, transformers, and distribution lines. Several factors contribute to line losses, including conductor resistance, current, and power factor. Conductor resistance is the primary cause of line losses. All conductors have some resistance to the flow of electricity, and this resistance causes energy to be dissipated as heat. The amount of heat generated is proportional to the square of the current flowing through the conductor and the resistance of the conductor. Current is another important factor. The higher the current flowing through the conductor, the greater the line losses. This is because the heat generated is proportional to the square of the current. Power factor also affects line losses. Power factor is a measure of how effectively electrical power is being used. A power factor of 1 indicates that all of the electrical power is being used effectively, while a power factor of less than 1 indicates that some of the electrical power is being wasted. The lower the power factor, the higher the line losses. Line losses can have a significant impact on the efficiency and cost of electrical distribution systems. These losses reduce the amount of energy that is available to customers and increase the overall cost of electricity. To minimize line losses, several measures can be taken. Using larger conductors can reduce line losses because larger conductors have lower resistance. This allows more electricity to flow through the conductor with less energy being dissipated as heat. Shortening the length of the conductors can also reduce line losses. Shorter conductors have less resistance, which also reduces the amount of energy that is dissipated as heat. Improving the power factor can also reduce line losses. This can be achieved by installing power factor correction equipment such as capacitors. Power factor correction equipment helps to reduce the amount of reactive power in the system, which reduces the overall current and line losses. Using more efficient transformers can also reduce line losses. Efficient transformers convert electricity from one voltage level to another with minimal energy loss. Regular maintenance and inspections of electrical distribution systems can also help to identify and address potential problems that could lead to increased line losses. This includes checking connections, inspecting insulation, and testing equipment.